A night that was supposed to be quiet suddenly turned into global attention. Two of the most talked about figures in the K-pop world were caught on camera during a mysterious journey that left fans worldwide panicking, curious, and full of speculation. Why were they leaving secretly? Why was their security so intense? And was this just a normal trip? Or is there a huge secret that has been hidden all this time? Welcome to the Jikook Lover channel, where every mystery, theory, and fact about Jikook is uncovered without filters. Before we begin, don't forget to hit like, comment your theories, and subscribe so you never miss the hottest updates about them. Because tonight, we're going to talk about the incident that shocked the global fandom. That night looked like an ordinary evening in a city filled with lights, ongoing traffic, and cold air wrapping around the streets. No one expected that in the middle of that calm silence, a moment that would shake the global fandom was unfolding. A camera from a random observer accidentally recorded the atmosphere outside a building and suddenly captured something that made fans' hearts race without warning. A black vehicle stopped with its engine still running. The rear lights cast a red glow, creating a dramatic shadow across the sidewalk. Not long after, several figures dressed in dark clothing were seen surrounding the vehicle. They moved quickly, alert, and seemed to form a protective layer that looked unusual. Many fans later realized this was not ordinary security. It looked like high-level protection, rarely seen even for world-class idols. And then two figures that instantly made the world pause appeared from behind the building doors. Fans who saw the footage could barely believe what they were witnessing. Their silhouettes were clearly recognizable, even though the night tried to hide them. The way they walked, their posture, even the aura they carried, everything felt incredibly familiar. Speculation appeared immediately, and within minutes, social media exploded with one name: Jikook. What made this moment shocking was not simply their presence at night. Many idols do have late schedules. However, what made this situation feel different was their serious expressions, their fast steps, and the number of bodyguards that appeared far greater than usual. Fans immediately started wondering what was really happening. Some observers noticed how one of them seemed to slightly lower his head, as if trying to avoid the cameras. Meanwhile, the other occasionally glanced around, seemingly ensuring everything was safe before moving closer to the vehicle. That small interaction, even though it lasted only seconds, instantly became the subject of deep analysis among fans worldwide. The internet has a unique way of slowing down time. The few-second video was replayed hundreds of thousands of times. Fans began zooming in, slowing the footage, and comparing every detail with previous moments that had ever been captured on camera. Many felt there was something different that night, something that could not be explained simply as a work schedule. Speculation quickly spread. Some said they might have been heading to a secret project location. Others believed there might have been a personal situation that required an urgent trip. Some fans even started connecting this incident with old rumors that once circulated but were never confirmed. What made the atmosphere even more mysterious was how the security escort appeared extremely organized. The bodyguards moved in specific patterns, creating a safe pathway from the building entrance to the vehicle. One bodyguard was seen opening the car door quickly, while others stood with their backs facing them, as if blocking surrounding views. Fans who were used to seeing them at airports or public events instantly noticed the major difference in the way security was handled that night. Many wondered why the protection had to be that intense. Was there a certain threat? Or did this journey involve a level of confidentiality far beyond their usual activities? On the other side, some fans focused on emotional details that felt more subtle. In one frame of the video, they were seen walking very close to each other, almost like sharing silent communication. That small movement triggered a wave of emotional reactions among fans who had long followed the dynamics between them. Some fans even described the moment as feeling like a movie scene. The cold night atmosphere, the vehicle lights creating dramatic silhouettes, and their hurried steps, everything formed a visual narrative that was impossible to ignore. Many believed there was a major story hidden behind those few seconds of footage. Within hours, the topic began dominating global trending lists. Hashtags related to Jikook's night journey appeared across multiple social media platforms. Fans from different countries began sharing their theories, creating long emotional discussions filled with curiosity and excitement. Several international media outlets began reporting the incident, although official information remained extremely limited. Ironically, this lack of information only fueled speculation even further. Fans tried to assemble puzzle pieces from small details they discovered. Clothing colors, vehicle type, building location, even body language. Everything was analyzed as if it carried hidden meaning. What made the situation even more intense was the absence of an immediate official statement. The silence from management triggered even greater curiosity. Many fans felt that if this had simply been a routine trip, clarification might have appeared quickly. But as time passed without explanation, the mystery grew thicker. Some veteran fans reminded others that this was not the first time they had been seen in situations that sparked huge speculation. However, they also admitted that the level of security that night felt different, more intense, more private, and somehow more emotional for many fans watching it. Fan reactions across different countries showed how massive their influence truly is. Some felt worried, fearing something bad might have happened. Others felt excited, believing they might be preparing a huge project that could shock the world. Some also felt the moment showed emotional closeness that cannot simply be explained by professionalism. Several pop culture experts even began sharing their opinions. They stated that moments like this often become the starting point of major changes in an idol's career journey. However, they also emphasized that without official confirmation, everything remained speculation. Meanwhile, fans continued monitoring every small update appearing online. Every post, every social media activity, even every scheduled change began receiving intense attention. The fandom seemed to enter a phase of waiting for something that might change everything. And amid all that speculation, one undeniable truth remained. Those few seconds of footage managed to unite millions of fans under one shared emotion, deep curiosity. No one truly knows what happened that night. No one knows where they went after the vehicle left the location. What remained was the fading red glow of the car lights disappearing into the night streets, leaving more questions than answers. Yet, that very mystery is what keeps this story alive. Fans continue discussing, debating, and trying to read meaning behind every small detail that might seem trivial to outsiders. For them, the moment was not just random footage, but a fragment of a story that might hold major significance in Jikook's journey. And as time passes, more theories continue to appear. Some believe that night marked the beginning of a new chapter. Others are convinced it was simply coincidence amplified by fandom imagination. But one thing is certain, the world is watching. Because when two names as big as theirs appear in a mysterious situation, the question that arises is not only where they were going, but also what they might be facing together. And now, as the footage continues replaying on the screens of millions of fans around the world, one question begins echoing louder inside the fandom's heart. Was that heavily guarded night journey simply a hidden routine? Or was it actually a sign that a huge secret about their relationship and future is slowly being revealed to the world? As the footage of that mysterious night continued circulating across the internet, fans began focusing on one crucial question that seemed impossible to ignore. Where exactly were they going? The building captured in the background quickly became the center of online investigation. Fans with remarkable dedication started comparing architectural details, street layouts, lighting angles, and even traffic signal placements. Within hours, several theories emerged suggesting the location might be connected to private company facilities, exclusive recording studios, or even high-security residential complexes used only for confidential schedules. What made the situation even more intriguing was the timing. The night hour itself became a subject of speculation. Industry insiders often mention that highly confidential meetings, sensitive recordings, or personal matters involving major artists are frequently scheduled late at night to avoid public attention. Fans immediately began connecting that idea with the unusually tight security formation seen in the video. Some observers pointed out how the vehicle used in the footage appeared to be one commonly associated with high-level protection services. While this detail alone did not confirm anything, it fueled theories suggesting that the journey might not have been planned casually. Instead, it looked coordinated, urgent, and carefully managed. However, it was not only the destination that captured fans' attention. The emotional atmosphere between the two figures in the footage sparked even deeper conversations. Body language experts who frequently analyze celebrity interactions began sharing interpretations online. They noted how both individuals maintained an unusually synchronized walking pace. While this might seem insignificant to casual viewers, experts suggested that synchronized movement often indicates familiarity, comfort, and silent communication developed through long-term trust. One particular frame of the video became the center of intense debate. It showed a brief moment when one of them slightly leaned closer as they approached the vehicle, while the other subtly adjusted his step, almost as if instinctively matching the movement. The interaction lasted less than a second, yet it triggered massive emotional reactions across social media platforms. Fans who have followed their journey for years described the moment as deeply meaningful. Many expressed that the subtle gestures felt genuine and unforced, creating the impression that their connection extended beyond professional partnership. Others, however, argued that such interpretations could simply be projections of fandom imagination. Still, the debate continued growing stronger. As discussions intensified, another surprising detail emerged from the footage. Some fans noticed that despite the urgency of the movement, one of them briefly turned his head toward the other before entering the vehicle. That small glance immediately became symbolic among fans, interpreted by some as reassurance, concern, or even silent emotional support. Theories soon expanded beyond emotional analysis into career speculation. Several fans began linking the mysterious journey with rumors about upcoming international projects. The possibility of a secret collaboration, special documentary filming, or preparation for a major comeback suddenly became popular discussion topics. Entertainment analysts joined a conversation, suggesting that the global influence of both figures makes any confidential project extremely valuable. If a surprise project involving them were being prepared, maintaining strict secrecy would be essential to maximize public impact upon announcement. Meanwhile, longtime industry watchers also reminded fans that large entertainment companies often use unexpected travel schedules to avoid information leaks. Secret rehearsals, private concept filming, and confidential partnership negotiations frequently take place under heavy security, especially when global media attention is guaranteed. But while professional theories dominated one side of the conversation, emotional interpretations continued capturing the hearts of fans worldwide. Some fans expressed concern about the serious expressions seen in the footage. They wondered whether the journey might have been connected to personal matters requiring emotional support. Social media threads filled with supportive messages began appearing, showing how deeply fans cared about their well-being beyond entertainment. At the same time, others argue that serious expressions are common during high-pressure schedules, particularly when privacy is at risk. They reminded the fandom not to jump to conclusions based solely on short video clips lacking full context. Yet, despite attempts to encourage calm discussion, speculation only grew more intense as hours turned into days without official clarification. The silence surrounding the event became one of the most powerful drivers of global curiosity. In modern celebrity culture, where updates are shared almost instantly, prolonged silence often creates the impression that something significant is being carefully protected. Fans started analyzing past situations where unexpected appearances or mysterious schedules eventually led to major announcements. Many remembered previous surprise projects that were kept completely hidden until the final reveal shocked the global entertainment industry. Some even suggested that the emotional tension visible in the footage could represent the pressure of preparing for something career-defining. Others believed it might represent the emotional complexity of balancing public image, personal life, and intense global attention. As discussions expanded internationally, cultural commentators began exploring the broader impact of such moments on fandom psychology. They explained that mystery often strengthens fan engagement because it invites emotional participation. When information is incomplete, fans naturally attempt to fill the gaps with interpretation, imagination, and personal connection. This phenomenon appeared clearly in how fans from different countries created unique narratives surrounding the footage. Some viewed it as a symbol of loyalty and trust. Others saw it as evidence of growing independence and personal decision-making. Each interpretation reflected the emotional relationship fans felt toward them. Meanwhile, digital analysts observed how the mysterious journey generated massive online engagement across platforms. Millions of views, comments, and shared theories demonstrated the extraordinary power of unscripted moments in shaping global conversation. Another interesting development emerged when fans began comparing this incident with earlier public appearances. Several noticed that the clothing choices seen in the footage were relatively understated compared to typical promotional outfits. This detail led to speculation that the journey might have been intended to remain private rather than connected to official schedules. However, others pointed out that casual clothing can also be used intentionally to reduce attention during secret work preparations. The dual interpretation once again highlighted how every small detail could support multiple theories simultaneously. As the days passed, emotional reactions within the fandom continued evolving. Initial shock slowly transformed into curiosity, curiosity into passionate investigation, and investigation into deeply personal interpretations about their bond and future. Support messages flooded social media timelines. Fans expressed pride, protection, and unwavering loyalty regardless of the mystery's outcome. Some emphasized that their connection, whether professional or personal, had always demonstrated strong mutual respect and teamwork. But alongside support, intense debates also emerged. Some fans insisted that interpreting emotional closeness from limited footage risked creating unrealistic expectations. Others argued that fandom culture naturally thrives on emotional storytelling, making such interpretations an inseparable part of global fan engagement. The debate created a unique atmosphere where excitement, anxiety, hope, and skepticism coexisted simultaneously. Adding to the suspense, several fan communities began tracking flight schedules, studio bookings, and event reservations worldwide, attempting to locate potential clues about their destination. While none of these investigations produced confirmed results, they demonstrated the extraordinary level of dedication surrounding the mystery. The situation also raised discussions about privacy and celebrity boundaries. Some fans expressed concern about how accidental recordings can expose moments intended to remain private. Others argued that such glimpses are unavoidable consequences of global fame. Entertainment ethics commentators noted that this balance between public curiosity and personal privacy remains one of the most complex challenges in modern celebrity culture. The more influential the artist becomes, the more their private movements attract public fascination. Despite the growing debate, one emotional truth remained constant. The footage, though brief, reminded fans of the powerful emotional investment they hold toward the journey of these two global icons. As weeks continued passing, the mystery did not disappear. Instead, it slowly transformed into a legendary fandom moment discussed repeatedly in online forums, video analyses, and fan theories across multiple languages. Some fans became convinced that the journey would eventually be explained through future projects or interviews. Others believed it would remain one of those rare unsolved chapters that strengthen the mythology surrounding iconic celebrity partnerships. And perhaps what makes this story so compelling is not simply the unanswered questions, but the emotional resonance it created worldwide. Because sometimes, a few seconds of silent footage can tell a story louder than official statements. Sometimes, mystery itself becomes part of an artist's legacy, shaping how fans remember certain moments for years. Even now, as the world continues watching their every public appearance, many fans cannot help but recall that night filled with flashing red lights, hurried footsteps, and protective shadows surrounding them. The memory of that mysterious departure remains frozen in time, replayed endlessly across screens and hearts of millions of supporters. Yet, the biggest question still remains unanswered, echoing stronger with each passing day. Was that night simply a confidential professional schedule, carefully protected by security protocols? Or was it a deeply personal moment where two individuals relied on each other behind the overwhelming pressure of global fame? And if the truth behind that mysterious journey were ever revealed, would it confirm fans' emotional theories, completely change the narrative they have built for years, or expose a reality far more surprising than anyone has ever imagined? Because until that truth surfaces, one haunting possibility continues fueling endless debates across the global fandom. Was that night the beginning of a new chapter in their lives? Or was it the final quiet moment before a revelation that could change everything fans thought they knew about Jikook forever?